Green Squirrel, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own knitted necklace out of t-shirt yarn. So we just need some very simple kit to make our yarn necklace. Some t-shirt yarn that I show you how to make from an old t-shirt in another video, which you can watch first. A pair of material scissors, a toilet roll tube, some lollipop sticks, some masking tape or any other tape you have, and just some normal scissors. So the first thing we need to do is take our toilet roll tube, and we're going to be attaching our lollipop sticks. We need to attach 4. You don't want to attach them too far up like that. We want them to just have a little bit poking out the top of the toilet roll tube. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of masking tape, and we're just going to put them in position to begin with. So the second one wants to go exactly opposite the first one. So try and line it up, and then again line it up so you've got a similar amount sticking out of the top. Now check that you're happy with the placing. They should be roughly opposite each other. They don't have to be exactly perfect. And now we're going to secure them really tightly. So we need to use some more tape. So I'm going to take some more bits of tape. And to secure them and make sure these don't slip around, I'm going to place the tape on, and I'm going to use my fingernail to make sure it really gets into the groove there and sticks down. I'm going to do that all the way around. And there we have it. That is our knitting device ready to go. So now we're ready to start knitting with our t-shirt yarn. So choose what t-shirt yarn you're going to use, what colour you're going to use. I think I'm going to use this nice peachy pink. And then to begin with, you're going to take a length and drop it through the centre of your toilet roll tube. And this is going to be what's left over for you to tie your necklace or your bracelet with. So just drop that through. So now we're going to start wrapping our t-shirt yarn around our lollipop sticks. So the way to start is always to go to the furthest side of your lollipop stick on the inside, bring it around, loop it around the outside, and then we continue that. So I'm going to the furthest away part of the next one, wrapping it round on the outside, back onto the inside, outside, back onto the inside, outside, back onto the inside. And if I go back to where I started, you can see I've got this square forming in the middle, and I now have one loop around each lollipop stick. Now what I want to do before I start the knitting part is do this one more time so that I have 2 loops. So I'm going to go around again. So now I'm back where I started, but I have 2 loops on each of my lollipop sticks. So once you get to this stage, you want to stop wrapping. You don't want to wrap until the next round. We need to never have any more than 2 loops on the lollipop sticks at a time. So when it gets to this bit, you can start wherever you like, and you're going to take the bottom loop and you're going to lift it over the lollipop stick. It loops over the next loop and you pull it back down. And we're going to do the same on each stick. Lift it over, pull it down. So now you'll see you're back to just having 1 loop on each of our lollipop sticks. So we need to start the process again. So we're going to wrap around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Again, you can check you've got your square in the middle, and you can check you've got your 2 loops on each lollipop stick. And then you're ready to do exactly the same again. Lift the bottom loop over, bottom loop over. And once you've done this, just give a little tug on your little tail hanging out the bottom of your tube. And you just keep repeating this, and eventually you're going to see it come out the bottom. So let's go. So when it gets to about this length, when you've got quite a lot coming out the bottom of your toilet roll tube, you might be ready to finish the necklace and cast it off. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So as you can see, you've got 1 loop on each of your lollipop sticks. So what we're going to do is take 1 loop, it doesn't really matter which one, and we're going to place it over the next one. So then we've got 2 on that one. So there we're going to do what we've been previously doing. We're going to take the bottom one over the top one to leave us just with 1. And then we're going to take that one over to the next one. We're just going to repeat that process. So I've now got 2 on there, bottom one over the top one. Then we're going to take the bottom one, put it onto the last one, and then we're going to take the last one underneath, put it over, and then just before we take this last one off, we need to cut our final length because this is going to thread through the last loop. So as we take this last one off now, we can take this last thread and put it through our final loop to cast it off. There we go, and there you have your lovely knitted necklace. Now you can add some extra decoration to these. If you've got any beads with large holes in, you can add some of those, or maybe even make your own. So here's my finished t-shirt yarn necklace. You can see I've added some beads here as well. So you can have a play around with your necklace, what length you want to make it, experiment with different colours. You could even make yourself a bangle as well. So there's lots that you can do just with this simple method of knitting. Enjoy!